Now to introduce these lovely people at the front. Ladies first, we have Angie Lala coming from North Jersey. She is a blogger of the Angie Lala Experience. She talks about sex and relationships, has a Ustream program, is it every Wednesdays, right? Every Wednesdays, and she's interviewed the likes of Trey Songz. So that's pretty major. Just a pleasure to have her here. I did a podcast with you just about a month ago, and I was just like, I love this girl. I gotta have her on my show. So it's great that she could join us here for the live show. Then we have Mr. Lincoln Anthony Blaze coming all the way from Toronto. Yeah, he's coming from Toronto as well. He runs a blog called thisisyourconscience.com. I don't know if you've ever read it, but if you definitely have to check it out after this, because I don't know, you'll find out just exactly what he's about when you hear his comments and everything. So then we have our last panel guest, Mr. Slim Jackson, CEO of singleblackmale.org, and he also runs a real Slim Jackson's personal blog as well. So he's another sex and relationship blogger. We go way back, like when we're talking about like internets. Way back. He had the blog, 3 Ways to Take It, and I would I had the like, I swear to God, I would comment on that shit every day. That was one of the regular blogs, I loved it, and that was actually what inspired me to start blogging, so it's a pleasure to have him on the panel today.
I appreciate that.
You never know the impact you have on someone with just your little online space. I received a letter today from a lady saying you inspired me to start my own blog about dating with lupus. So I was like, oh, okay. I did all that. Okay, so the first topic. I'm going to start with masturbation.
All right.
And it's not what you think it is. Like I'm going to take a little different spin on it.
Now? What is it? I know, right? I'm confused.
I was on a forum the other day, and there was a lady who, was really upset because she had caught her man masturbating while she was sleeping. Like she had woke up and was like,
wow.
Yeah, and she found him masturbating, and it was like, why is he masturbating when he's with me?
She's like, no.
So,
not good enough.
What I'm going to ask the panel today is why men or women would masturbate still when they're in a committed and happy relationship. Is that like a bad thing, a good thing? What are your thoughts? Let's go first.
Of course. I mean, for a woman, I feel masturbation, nobody knows themselves better than themselves. So, gotta self-pleasure yourself sometimes, especially like I've been in situations where dude didn't know what the hell he was doing. So, who can do better than me?
Break out the book. All right.
So that's why I would masturbate if I was in a relationship, especially if the guy wasn't that great at pleasing me. I know how to please myself the best. And I mean, dudes do it all the time, and it's not this big old stigma, but when a girl does it, we are so taboo, you're not supposed to do it, but I'm supposed to be going to a pleasure party on Saturday, people
You know what
I mean? So, very open with their masturbation, self-enjoyment. I think it's a great thing. I haven't heard anybody say.
All right.
Can I swear?
No.
I mean, dudes be trying to front the masturbation, but the reality is we all do it. We've been doing it since we were a lot younger, and sometimes I just don't feel like fucking. So, I mean, for whatever reason it may be, I just want to go take care of what I need to take care of real quick so I can get to sleep. There's other times where I'm feeling a little bit jittery, and I'm kind of like, I'm trying to go strong in round 1, so let me just get this nut out real quick so I can go up in there and take care of it. I hear that sound at least once a week. You know, it's natural. People try to front on it. If you're not getting in tune with yourself at this age, you probably have some other type of issues that you need to deal with. But you know, I think it's healthy. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say which arm is stronger than the other, but you know, I recommend that people do take care of that.
I have a couple questions for you. What did she do when she caught him?
She had, I think she did like the silent treatment thing and was mad about it.
Boo!
So she was mad at him.
She was mad at him, yeah.
So she didn't recognize that that was her fault.
Oh. You're on your own, brother. You're on your own. You're on your own. A lot of women in here. A lot of women in here wouldn't say that.
So she got, how many times has she caught him before?
I'm not too sure. I think this was.
But this was probably the first time.
Probably, yeah.
So she caught him, and then she got mad at him because he was doing what I guess he figured or felt, or from what experience, or not experience, from experience, from what she was doing. So he wasn't masturbating before. So how long have they been together?
I have no idea.
So let's just make up a year. Let's say 2 years.
So many questions.
She's been living in the house for 2 years, never caught him once, then came in one Tuesday night, woke up and then caught him and got mad.
Right.
And that's his fault. Why did she get mad? What was her reasoning for being upset at him?
Because she felt like she could have been woken up and, you know, she could have been the one he was fucking instead of Dan.
But he was the one that was going, and she was the one that was sleeping.
Right, because she was tired.
Yeah, and he wasn't tired.
No, obviously not.
So he was awake and horny, and she was tired and sleeping. And then she woke up and got mad at him for being awake and horny.
Yes.
He made his point. That's not his fault. That is not his fault.
But you said it was her fault. Why was it her fault?
Because when you're in a relationship, you assume the responsibility of taking care of your partner's sexual desire.
Yes.
We have any rebuttals? Any rebuttals?
How was she supposed to know?
Hey, shut your bum.
She was asleep. How is she supposed to know that he's in need? You're saying that she naturally should have woke up?
I know the poking.
No. Understand my objection. My objection is that she woke up and didn't jump in and take the place of his left hand. She got mad.
I agree. I think she's dumb.
Can I go up and high five him?
You just said it's her fault because when you're in a relationship, it's your job to satisfy.
When you decide to be in a relationship, you assume the emotional responsibility of being with that person, right? You should be their hard knocks and tough times and blah 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 blah. If you are religious, you assume the spiritual responsibility, right? You guys go to church together, you guys do stuff. So when it comes to the physical aspect, why would you not assume the same responsibility?
Yeah. It is the same. Like Melody said, it is the same. But how, if I do not know what your needs are, how am I supposed to satisfy that?
At that moment, when, you know what you could have done? Instead of looking at him while he was trying to handle himself, she could have turned her head slightly to the left and looked at the computer screen. Because I guarantee you, whatever website he was on is what he's into. If he was on to, you know, I don't know, blondesandblacks.com, go get your lace one, go get your wig, put it on, and then, you know, role play. Is there anybody else?
I got comments. You know, expensive with the wigs.
I don't know if I'll say someone's fault. You know, I feel you, but I don't know if I would say fault. However, we're all animals at the end of the day, and when it boils down to it, humans are the only ones who try to make this thing of monogamy. We're the only species, right? So instead of her being upset about that, she should be happy that he wasn't going to fuck some next chick. That's my thought.
But I must say, there's a possibility he was doing that too.